Power Hour with John Lee.
Yeah, I'm having the 90s. It was Lyle and Eric Menendez, and they were, the Menendez brothers. And what happened with those guys was absolutely terrifying and horrific, actually, what they did. And they were two really good-looking, privileged young men. They had it all. Every possible advantage that a person could have was had by these two boys. Eric was the oldest and Kyle was the youngest. Lyle, was the youngest. And, no, that's wrong. Lyle was the oldest and Eric was the youngest, that's right. And although there wasn't much difference between them in age. And the parents were Jose and Kitty Menendez. So Jose was first generation immigrant, Cuban, and he was a hard worker. And his wife was a beauty queen. And they were, sweethearts, high school sweethearts and all that. And they lived the dream, really. And Jose Menendez became extremely powerful, executive, multi-millionaire, made a lot of money. Kitty Menendez was a picture of domestic prettiness and bliss. And they had two sons, as I say, Lyle and Eric, who were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, as we say. But as very often happens, it was all a bit of a facade because, the money was real, the success was real, but the happiness was not. You see, Jose was a bad bastard, by all accounts, who was a power-hungry maniac. And he used to, the least of it is that he used to abuse his subordinates, which is bad. If you work for a bastard who picks on you all the time and wants to show you up, wants to embarrass you, belittle you, put you down in front of everybody else, and you find yourself, maybe you could be a kind of person who's just thinking, please don't stand next to the window. Do you know what I mean? I will just fucking chuck you through it. And I'm trying not to do that. Or you might just be a person who just doesn't want to be there because of this bastard every day waiting for you to walk through the door so he can laugh in your face and that. And he was that kind of guy, He was a bully. And he used to bully his wife. Apparently he used to beat his wife. Now, nobody fucking likes that. Nobody likes a wife beater. But that's not really the point. This poor woman had to put up with that and then go out, probably tennis clubs and charity events, social events, things like that, and feel the pressure to present this image of the family and of herself and of her husband and of the kids, You can't say, well, no, my kids actually grow up in a really hostile environment. No parent wants to say that, maybe especially even a mother who's actually being beaten by her husband. And so this was the situation, and the kids were growing up in this. And eventually they go to Princeton University, Ivy League uni. But they're not academically minded. It's not that they're stupid. I think they're just spoilt. And I think that can be a problem. Right, yeah, you can have this. You have tennis courts, big house, lush, servants, cleaners, get what you want when you want it. Now you've got to work for something. And now you're surrounded by kids that are as rich or richer than you. They don't give two fucks about your tennis court. They've got 2, 3 tennis courts and a swimming pool. Swimming pool that fucking, you can raise it and lower it depending on whether or not you feel like raising and lowering the fucking swimming pool. They don't give two fucks about you and your tennis rackets, And so you kind of swimming in different waters, and maybe they didn't feel special there. Maybe they weren't as academically gifted as the other peeps, but they got yanked, both of them. And they were both intelligent people, so I'm thinking it was some other problem, not their intellect. Anyway, it seems like this was a simmering environment, and the two brothers were talking a lot about this situation, and talking a lot about their father's nature, the father's character, and the mother's shortcomings, perhaps, that she wasn't strong enough to stand up to him and not strong enough to stand up for them. And so this was a kind of environment that created the circumstance in which these two young men walked into the front room, as we say, in small houses we call it a front room. I grew up saying that. Front room is a living room. So they walked into the living room, and the parents are sitting there reading books, listening to some music, you know. Big open fireplace, beautiful, lots of oak, lots of ornate furniture and lamps. And so they pull out the shotguns, blast, and kill the fucking dad, blow him to bits, bang, bang, bang. Brutality, nasty, nasty, blood splash, fuck off violence, fucking bang, fucking bang. The mother is going berserk, man. She's fucking, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Oh my God. Bang, bang. They fucking shoot the mother down. She's on the fucking floor, right? Bang. She's trying to get behind the couch. This is mayhem. This is psychosis. This is nasty beyond your fucking wildest dreams, man. She's trying to get away from her two sons, her two beautiful sons that she's raised all these years. And her husband's just been shotgun blasted on the couch by her sons. She's in trauma. She's terrorised. She's traumatised to the max already, and it's not even started, right? Because they're clicking at her like that, and she's trying to get away. Why? What the fuck are you doing? Please don't stop. They've run out of bullets, man. They've just fucking discharged everything in the front room, in the living room, whatever. Blasted the place, yeah? She's not dead. She's got time to look around and see her sons with the shotguns, her two sons, look over and see her husband, whatever he was, fucking dead, blasted to smithereens on the couch. These lads, they go back out to the car, they get more ammo, they reload, they lock and load, they walk back into the house, they go back into the living room. Mother's on the fucking floor. She's trying to get to the phone. She's trying to get to the window. She's just trying not to be there in any fucking way that a human could do that, but she can't because she's been shotgun blasted by her own kids. So what do? Bang! Fuck off. Bang! They do it again. They blast her again to death this time. Both of them. Bang! Taking turns as they shotgun blast the mother to death. The father's already dead. Now, what do they do next? They take the guns, they leave, they're gone for an hour and a half, doing whatever the fuck they're doing for an hour and a half. Right, feel. And then they come back to the house. And they go inside, and I don't know what they said to each other, but they discovered the scene. They walk in, they discover the scene of their own parents. And so they phone 911. I mean, weeping. That, you know, you've got to come now. You know, somebody's come in the house. Somebody's shot our parents. No, I tell a lie. They didn't mention the mum. Somebody's shot my dad. Somebody's shot my dad. He's dead. Somebody's come in and shot him. Weeping, hysterically, uncontrollably on the phone. So, you know, the police turn up, obviously, and this is high profile. This is where Columbo solves his cases. This, you know what I mean? These are big houses, rich people. Police are there immediately. What the fuck is going on here? So they're arriving looking for a certain kind of crime, I think. You know, rich man, dead. What's missing? What's been stolen? Has he disturbed a burglar or whatever? But in that case, if you're disturbing a burglar, he's probably got a handgun. At the most, the guy's going to bring a gun to a burglary. You know, maybe to scare you off, put one in your foot. But you know, this Jose Menendez was a big guy. They're thinking maybe like he's tangled with a burglar or two, and they fucking shot him. It's the only way of getting out of the house, maybe. But when they walk in, I mean, first of all, when they arrive, the younger one, Eric, he's outside, and he's just apoplectic. He's uncontrollable. He's having convulsions, and you know, he can't breathe, and he's weeping and he's screaming and he's crying. And I mean, it's apparently just a terrible scene to see this guy. The older one, Eric, much less so, conspicuously less so, and that was noted. So this is what they find when they arrive. They find the younger one in bits, and the other one much more controlled. All right. So they're processing that. They walk in, and when they get to the living room and they walk around the corner and they get to the living room, it looks like 15 fucking grenades went off in there. This is just murder mayhem. I mean, this is horrendous. It goes beyond assassination. They're trying to blast them out of existence, trying to blast them off the face of the fucking earth. Horrendously. But of course they don't know what's happened. All they know is somebody's gone in there and done violence. Done really, really, really bad violence in there. And so the investigation starts, of course, and, you know, they go through the motions. Well, as I say, rich people, burglary, straight away. What's missing? Not a lot, or, you know, it's not a burglary, is it? This is not a burglary. So, who's going to kill him, you know? He's a rich man, absolute arsehole, non-stop. He must have enemies. What enemies he's got? The mafia. Maybe it's the mafia. He had some fucking around with the mafia. Maybe they've done it. Maybe. But why do his wife like that? He's the target. They quickly ascertain this guy's been shotgun blasted. He's been one-timed. You know, it's the wife. I mean, they don't have to do this. They come in, ballis, bang, see you later. You don't even have to shoot her. They've clearly chased around the room. You know, her blood's all over the fucking place. She's been chased around that room and blasted, and they're thinking, what the fuck is going on here? And everybody's really feeling for these kids, these young lads who've lost their parents like this, you know. And what's normal behaviour? What are you going to be on the lookout for? Well, you know, normally when somebody's parents get shotgun blasted, I watch out for this and that. No, because it doesn't happen, does it? Do you know what I mean? So nobody really knew what to look out for. I think there were eyebrows giving it, you know, some raising here and there, but nobody really knew what to look out for until the money started getting spent. These boys started spending money. And that is not what you do. I mean, they bought a fucking Rolex a piece. They bought a Rolex watch each. Now, is that normal behaviour? Would you run out and start spending? I mean, you might do. You might think, fuck it. Yeah, I might blow my own head off next week after this. So I'm just, what's money? I'm going to spend it here and there. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. You know what I mean? I'll throw the fucking Rolex in the river. I really don't care about anything now. So that might happen, but they seem to be keeping things and planning what they were going to buy, and they seem to be enjoying the process. Not just fucking put it on me card, I don't give a fuck kind of attitude. It was a right, we've got the money, let's rock and roll kind of styles. And so the younger one, he's struggling with this, Eric. He seems to be having a problem with it. The older one doesn't. The other one's, you know, cosy, calm about it. And just because I think it's cultural to have a therapist in America, it's very common, and maybe that's a good thing. Eric goes there and he starts to open up a little bit. And, you know, this guy's a therapist. He's thinking, are you involved in this? You seem to know things. And he becomes suspicious of the situation. And so he starts to coax him out of his shell. And he starts confiding in him, you know. Yeah, basically, it was me. Me and my brother did it, you know what I mean? And it would have been the perfect crime if it wasn't for this and that. So, you know, the shrink starts recording his conversations. And I think he gets Lyle involved as well. Hey, you know, let's talk about this, you know. And gets Lyle involved as well. And the two brothers start admitting everything. And they're braggadocious about it. Oh, yeah, it was perfect. It was great. It was brilliant. And now we've got the cash. Now we've got the Rolex. You know what I mean? And this, you know, the psychologist, the therapist thinking, you fuckers. You did that to your parents. You know what I mean? And now you're sitting here in front of me talking about how great you are. He's gone to the popo. He's gone to the police straight away. Listen to that. So they know now what's happened, obviously. These fucking lads have murdered the parents for money. Cold-blooded, man. Went back outside to get tooled up, to get fucking reloaded and go back in and carry on with the massacre. Of course, they're lying about it, and it turns into this big show trial anyway. They get arrested, they get charged with murder, and they're up in court, and they've had time to think about it, and they come out and they pull out the sexual abuse thing. I don't know. Their story is that they got sexually abused by both parents, but particularly by the father. And it was brutal and it was horrible, and they were angry with the mother for not protecting them. And that's why they did it. And it didn't wash. People didn't believe them. They were very convincing, though. Crying there in court and all that. Little rich kids like that, they know how to get what they want, though, don't they? And they don't mind crying for it either. So, plus turned out the youngest one was rocking a wig all the while. Anyway, they got found guilty and they got sent down, and they went down for life. So these little bastards, what did they do? Right? They didn't get a fucking job. They said, look, fuck you dudes, you know what I mean? I'm an adult now. I don't like your style. Fuck your money. I'm going to go and get a job. No, they didn't. They went and used the money that they were getting from the parents anyway to go and buy shotguns and fucking cartridges and all the rest of it, and go home and premeditated fashion shotgun blast the parents to death, then put on a big theatre show about it, and then fucking start saying that the parents have both sexually abused them. So spend the rest of your life in jail, you little bastards.